Hello everyone, it's Grandpa Hickory. I had my Amazon package stolen from me. It was shipped by USPS, which is the sorry lowlife postal system we have. And instead of bringing this big old box of glasses, they're drinking glasses. My daughter's birthday was on April 15th, and I wanted to do something different. So I had these glasses made, and they're really nice, but it takes, oh Lord, it takes about 6 to 8 weeks to get them because they got to make them, they got to do the logo. Anyway, but a long story short, so I don't bore you people. My package was delivered, and USPS finally notified me by text that my package had been delivered. Well, I ran out there, and my mailbox is wide open. There's no box. So I had to call Amazon. Now they've got to go all back through the sequence. I've got to call people tomorrow, and I won't be here tomorrow. I'll be in Waxahachie tomorrow, so I'll be gone more than half a day. And then I got to get on the phone with Amazon and go back all through the ordering again, all through the logo, the printing. Anyway, I don't want to bore you with all that because I know a lot of you people don't have patience. So I'm inviting you to hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, because I know a lot of you people are going to pull away. But any road people, this upsets me. Listen, I took a firearms class and for concealed carry, and I had the instructor talk to me, and I told him, I said, well, you know, people that come up and steal packages and all that, can you shoot them? He said, no, you cannot, sir. He said, don't you even show your gun to them. He said, let me tell you something. We've got Democratic prosecutors and Democrat judges in every state in the United States that the Democrats have been putting in place ever since John Fitzgerald Kennedy was murdered back in '63. As soon as LBJ came in, they started putting their one world agenda in, which you'll own nothing and you'll be happy, because it's like with Adolf Hitler. They will feed you methamphetamines, which is meth. It's dope. That's what they did to the people of Germany and to all the soldiers in Germany. You wonder why the Germans murdered people so cold-blooded like they did? Because they were on meth. Now let me take you over to Imperial Japan. In the 1930s, just like with Adolf Hitler and the Nazi Party of Germany, all of the armed forces of the Imperial Japan were put on extreme opium. And you say, what is extreme opium? It's one of the most highest opiums that a dope addict can attain to. So that's why the Japanese could murder people like they did back in World War II. But anyway, let's get back to this. Now, I said, well, okay, I've heard of setting traps for people, porch pirates. They said, sir, you're not allowed under federal law in the whole United States to set a booby trap against anybody. And I said, well, I was thinking about putting some pink dye and having it situated where they grabbed the box off my porch, the dye would pour down. They said, okay, sir, here's the situation. Then they can sue you and have you prosecuted for vision damage and say that you have caused them a severe disability where they can no longer work the rest of their life. They said, sir, you don't want to do these things. Nobody should do that. And like another thing, if somebody pulls up road raging beside you, they explained to me, you can't pull your gun up and show them you got a gun. Because all they got to do is get on the phone, call the police, and say that man pulled a gun up on me. And they can describe your gun. The police can pull you over, and guess what? You're going to jail. You're not getting your gun back. You've got to hire an attorney. And you're in serious trouble. And you're going to spend a lot of time in jail. People, these are the situations we're in. I mean, look at President Trump. He declared the Aliens Act to get these murdering criminals out of our nation that the Democrat Party has been pouring across our borders for 4 years now. The Supreme Court didn't say a word, but the moment we get a president that steps in to stop these things and have these murdering criminals deported, the Supreme Court comes in. I'm talking to you, Kavanaugh, and that other lady that President Trump had put in before they stole the election in 2020. Kavanaugh and that woman that President Trump put in there voted against President Trump, and they stopped him from doing it. People, we do not need the Supreme Court of the United States of America. We need a patriot court established. The Supreme Court has been damaged by Democrat propaganda since John Fitzgerald Kennedy was murdered, and they come in with their one world agenda. And this is where we're at in our country. So if anybody steals your packages, you can't call the police. The police say, just call Amazon and get your product replaced, sir. They don't hear your mouth. Police don't do their job, just like the mail carriers of the U.S. Post Office. They don't do their jobs either. See, he should have brought that package to my front door. A big old package of 4 big glasses. Instead of doing that, he crammed it in my mailbox way out there on the street by the highway. And he couldn't close the door of the mailbox because the box was too big, so he just drove off. Now I've got to go through all of that with Amazon, getting everything replaced. Any road. Hit the like button, subscribe. I'll see you on the next video. You can tell that I'm really upset about things, people. I tell you, this is something else. Our hands are tied legally by the Democrats. If you defend yourself in your home, they're going to come after your gun. They're going to have you put in jail. You got to go before a grand jury. You've got to hire an attorney, and you've got to prove that you're innocent and that you're not a murderer. I heard about a 95-year-old woman that was in her home, and a man broke the door down and came in on her. She grabbed a 12-gauge shotgun and killed him. She's in jail right now. I don't know her name. I just saw it on the news. And I thought, my God. Well, they're Democrat prosecutors. They're Democrat judges. Listen, ever since John Fitzgerald Kennedy was killed, when LBJ came in, they started putting the one world agenda into effect immediately. And they started infiltrating every city in the United States of America and in every state with Democrat judges and Democrat prosecutors. And they're against all gun owners. They're against anybody. If you defend yourself, you're the one in the wrong. And you're the one that's got to prove yourself in a court of law. And if you ain't got video and at least 4 witnesses, you're in trouble. If you doubt me, call your police department non-emergency number and just ask to speak to an officer. Talk to them and they'll tell you you're not allowed to set booby traps for porch pirates. And you can't kill somebody for stealing your property. You can't do that. Not allowed to. No, I don't care what anybody tells you. Don't do it. I'll see you on the next video. Goodbye from Texas.